Everyone. So a lot of you have asked me about using HARO, which stands for Help a Reporter Out. And it's a free baseline platform for anyone that wants to connect with a journalist and maybe get featured in a story that they're writing. It's not really an active approach at pitching. It's kind of more of a passive way to see if your story happens to fit something that a journalist is requesting on that day. And so basically you would go on to helpareporter.com and sign up as a source. You fill in your information and it would allow you to access the platform along with 800,000 other people who are using this resource. And it gives you 3 emails a day. And I'll show you what it looks like right here. They give you 3 emails a day, morning, afternoon, and evening. So it's quite a bit of emails. And let me just open up the Tuesday afternoon one. As you can see, there's upwards of 100 different inquiries from journalists. And they're anywhere from writers at top tier places to more industry specific blogs. It really runs the gamut. And it's divided by industry. So it goes from biotech to education, entertainment, green energy. And what I found really helpful is to, before you start looking at all 100, to figure out what is the industry that you can speak on. So for example, if you're a small business owner and you have applied for one of the SBA loans, right? That could be a hot topic that's trending that you could give some insight into, especially if you've received one of these grants. So let's do a search, and I'm going to search for EIDL, which stands for Economic Industry, Injury and Disaster Loan. And sure enough, there is a journalist who is asking to interview someone who did receive the grant because it's such a hot topic. And you want to be very strategic about how you answer this because they give certain parameters on exactly who they're looking for. And sometimes it might be more specific and than what you qualify for. So this person wants to know if they are any small business owners who got the loan and are willing to talk about what they did with it and how it helped their business. And the requirements are that you have to be a small business owner with less than 25 employees, right? So one hack that I found is if you actually Google this writer that's asking, you can see in more detail what they write about, and that'll give you more information when you're writing the pitch. So you can tell that this person writes all about small business and how COVID-19 is changing the landscape. So you can tell that this person is not just a one-off business writer. They have been writing us about small business for a while. So maybe this is a good person to flag in your kind of media list to build a relationship with or kind of look out in terms of what they're covering. So you would basically copy and paste the email like this. And it's really, really important to have a really good subject line because again, there's over 800,000 people on this platform, right? So unless you're responding within the first half hour, think about the tens of thousands of emails you're going to get back. So how do you get yours noticed? You need to have a good subject line, right? So for example, you want it to be very specific. So I'm going to just pretend like I'm this person and I'm a woman-owned bakery using EIDL for payroll, right? It answers the requirements. It tells him exactly what I'm using the loan for. So it basically tells him very specifically what I can speak on. You want the email to be very short, right? Nobody wants, when they're skimming through thousands of emails, to read a whole paragraph. So you want to be very specific with, for example, you are a Chicago-based baker, right? Employing 3 full-time employees, you have 4 contractors, and you got this grant on which day, and how much money did you get, and what you're using it for, and how your experience is, maybe quite reflective of the landscape, so you are in a good position to talk about it, and then basically give your contact info, and that's pretty much it. I think in terms of importance, it's not really so much about the details you give in the email, because the point is to have a conversation. It's really important to have a really, really good subject line that fulfills the requirements of what they're asking for, as well as responding in a very timely manner. So I usually recommend you respond within the first half hour. And I think anything after that, your chances of getting a response decreases. I don't want to get your hopes up because there's so many people using this free tool. So your chances of response is not very high, but it's good for anyone that's starting out and who wants to have a free resource to kind of see like whether or not they're able to get some features. So this is a tool called HARO. And if you have more questions, you can email me at gloria@gloriachoupr.com. I have all kinds of tips and tricks in helping you get a response back from an editor. But there you have it. Thank you very much.